Hey guys, what is up? It's Roosty here from the Finn FM, and I'm gonna start saying, you guys are probably wondering in these couple of new videos that it's quite dark in the background, and the thing is that I'm doing a lot of these videos I'm doing in the morning, and now it's around 8 a.m. In Finland, and it's pitch dark, and it's gonna be pitch dark for a couple of hours still, and then there's gonna be like a couple of hours of daylight, and then it's gonna be dark again. So I try to do, when I'm on day offs, I try to do recordings on that hour that I have the natural light, but that is not always the case. So in case anyone is wondering, well, basically we have a constant night here. So yeah, and this is my season review video for my Hansa Rostock series, and we're gonna go over how our players did in season, how we did as a team, and look at some seasonal awards and stuff like that. So hopefully you enjoy this video. There will be no live cast of games, unfortunately, on this one, but I try to keep it short and snappy so you don't fall asleep on your keyboards. So let's jump right to it. Looking at the league table after all 38 matches have been played, our Rostock team is sitting comfortably in the top of the table, and this is due to the fact that Chemnitz had a really substantial froze at the end of the season. I think they didn't score in the last 3 games or something like that, but even still they were able to get the promotion because of the great season they had. Otherwise they led the league for the most part of the season. And Fortuna Köln got the promotion spot playoff, but unfortunately they didn't win. I think it was the Munich Lions that actually was able to get that done. So Fortuna Köln will be staying in Dritte Liga. Werhen Kiel and Frankfurt Erlenbach, unfortunately, will go down to the Regionalliga, and hopefully they will get good results there. So yeah, let's see some stats from team. I'm just gonna do the overview stuff because I don't want to go really too much into detail. So yeah, most goals, mines. We were best at scoring the target, 45%. Most crosses and most headers are there. We all obviously had the most passes, which translates to a possession percentage. As you can see there, 59.29 is our team's best average possession. Badenborn was the most fouls making team. Allen was taking the most of the tackles. We got the most clean sheets, and least conceded was our Rostock team. 22 goals in 38 games, so not too bad. Fortuna Köln enjoyed the great form at the end of the season, and we were the team with the least games without losing. The streak was the longest, 16, and Münster had the 8 games of not winning. This is pretty bad. But yeah, you can see here Chemnitz, 3 games without scoring, actually dropped them from the top spot. And what I'm actually really happy about is that we have 13,000 average in Dritte Liga, and hopefully that will substantially raise when we get to the second Bundesliga. Frankfurt Erlenberg were enjoying the red card frenzy. We also had 4, and okay, we already covered the average possession here. So that's the team stats overview for the season. We're gonna check the player overview also. Sofia Benjamina is best at hitting target, and this is also a scouting tip when you are looking for strikers. And one of the the things I always look at is the percentage of hitting the target for a player, and if that is let's say over 50, that's really good. And I'm looking for We're looking for guys like that. So Sofia Benjamina played a great season, 67% hitting on target, which is really good. Fran was a top goal scorer with 20 most key passes. Niklas Smith from Bremen. Eric Tommy had the most assists. Devante Parker was the dribble machine, and Yannick Sternberg was the marathon man for the season. And Idrissa Toure made the most tackles. Most key tackles were from Robin Urban. And Netolitsky, our goalkeeper, had the most clean sheets, and obviously he was the least conceded guy in that sense. Average rating, Anton Fink, nothing special there, and Maximilian Alschwedi and Harthaus are topping that list also, and Harthaus also included in the player of the match list, with Selçuk Alibats had one. Turala took the most yellow cards. He's the Erfurt player, and Yannick Stark is with eight red cards, which is pretty awesome. Pass completion percentage, and if you're wondering, that noise what you might have heard is my dog in the background. So Sebastian Vandenwich, 90%, Kim Sané, really good, and Sofia Benjamina all in pass completion table. Obviously bunch of people that played all games, but Bryce Alderson won the most. But those team goals, dribbles, already mentioned Devante Parker. So those are the stats for Dritte Liga for this season. So we're gonna go see some awards here. And here's the team of the year. Lucas Kruse is the only player with below 0.7 average on this team, and he's from Paderborn, and he's the goalkeeper. And the defense is Maximilian Alfide, obviously from Rostock, Daniel Hegele from Krosch Aschbach, Torben Rehfeld from Bremen, and Holthaus from Rostock. And midfield is Selçuk Alibats from Fortuna Köln, and Niklas Smith from Bremen, and Hamdi Damani from Fortuna Köln, and Devante Parker, the dribble game from Mainz. And the Chemnitz duo, Anton Fink and Daniel Fran, are the two strikers up top in team of the year. And I got the coach of the year award, and Uwe Kosinat from Fortuna Köln got the second place, so that's good. And the player of the year is Anton Fink, and there's not too much to argue about that. And Selçuk Alibats, it gets the second spot here. And the goal king, Torschützenkönig, is Daniel Fran with 20 goals in 21 matches, and Anton Fink got 17. And the lower league fine for many guys, Usman Mane got the 15. So there's the awards and there's the stats, and let's start looking closely on how our team did in the season. As the season progressed, Sofia Benjamina took the spot of our strikers, the first striker, so to speak, and he was the one who got the most goals. 10 goals for Sofia Benjamina. Platje, who was injured a lot, scored 6, and after that it's just really kind of tense. Stevanovic, Alderson, Gebhardt, and guys got like the most assists goes to Bryce Alderson. He actually played a pretty good season. He came in from free transfers to Canadian. Played a good season, 4 goals, 6 assists, 7.13 average in 33 games is pretty good, and he is naturally very fit, which is a good thing. And all in all, he's a steady performer in the midfield, in the box-to-box role, which I use him quite a lot. He got the most assists. Obviously, Dimo Gebhardt, who's not gonna come back out of this season. I mean, he's a good player, but he lacks the values I need for my team next season. Tobias Yannick actually took his place, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep Yannick either. But we will see. One of the guys that came also from free transfer is Kim Sané. Played a pretty good season, 7-point average in Dritte Liga, not too bad. And one of my stars was Fabian Holthaus, is my left back, and actually House is training to be also a winger, because if you look at the pace, the acceleration, aggression, bravery, concentration, determination, teamwork, and work rate, these are also kind of in range values. I'm gonna make him a hard pressing winger also, but he will obviously play for the left back. But I'm just gonna train him that and see if I can utilize him in certain situations. So that's Fabian Holthaus for you. Let's just see how to play. Jonas Nicker played pretty good season, 7.10 average in Dritte Liga in 31 games. He's a young dude, 20 years old, and the only thing, I mean, obviously teamwork, work rate don't look that great, but I really like his acceleration. Due to the fact that I played high pressing game and had the defensive line had quite forward, so yes, he did really well in Dritte Liga, and hopefully he gets to develop even still in the second Bundesliga. I'm not sure if he is going to be a starting option there, but we will see. And the Dennis Erdmann played with Nickel for the latter part of the season, but he has these PPMs I really don't like, so I need to see if I can do something about that. And obviously Maximilian Alsvedi was my other defensive back. He doesn't have too much hurrah about his attributes. I mean, his physicals are good in a sense, but yeah, he's our fan favorite. So we're gonna see what we're gonna do and how many guys actually will see playing time in second Bundesliga. There's Mikhail Netelicki, my goalkeeper for the latter part of the season. He played 25 games and posted 7.03. So yes, he is there. And obviously we need to look the situation with Marcel Schuchen, who is my other goalkeeper. So he punched a 7.04. So we're gonna do that over the summer. Which one we're gonna keep? And yes, Stefanovic was my kind of like a safety blanket in the situation, because he's dead tired always, and he's already 25. Not sure if I'm gonna be able to do anything about those. So yeah, Stefanovic is right there. And the one guy he actually managed to do pretty well at the end of the season was Mikael Maria, which I got from free transfer also. He played really well at the end of the season, so he's still in development for the next season. So yeah, there's Matthias Henn, who will stay with us, and we'll see playing time. But for Andes, for instance, is somebody who I'm looking to move on at the start of the season probably. I don't like the balance between his wages and what he brings to the team. So yes, so there's the team. Team-wise, and if you can see, we got quite a lot of players who are leaving. Karabuchevsky, Kofler, Gebhardt, Hoffmann, Grube, Platier, Stefanovic, Dorda, and Huxol. And the only guys who I could consider is Platier, maybe, but I got other options coming inside, which I'm scouting at the moment. So it's probably be the case that all these guys will leave us at the end of the season. If you look at the wages, there's nothing that substantial here, but it will free up some stuff. And if you look at the table, Fabian Holthaus is getting the most wages here because he got a new contract. So yeah, so there's kind of like, I think, the most part of the stuff I want to talk about. I'm going to show you the tactics still, which was the tactic I used for the most part of the season, is my 4-3-3 jellyfish, which I started experimenting with FM16. It's highly I just move it around. This is just a base formation. I start every game. And what I do when I get into the game, the actual game screen, I think it's the one with, it's before the open the instructions or in the where you can see the lineups. It's there's the screen where I change things so this stays all the same. But in that screen, I move around things. So this was the tactic I used for the most part of the season. Uh, there are some other tactics, but these are just like basic 4-2-3-1, and this is the experimental parking the bus tactic, which actually my buddy Guido uh, made, but he has the strikerless formation for it. But I never have played with inverted wingbacks, so this is kind of like something I'm experimenting with and trying to see what this is like. But very most likely won't, you don't ever see this in use, because I'm so accustomed to play this way. But we will see. And yeah, I think that covers everything about, stats, awards, my team. So yeah, there it is. That's it, guys, for my season review. Hopefully you guys liked it. If you did, please tap a like. If you like my content, please subscribe, and please go check me out on Twitter. It's somewhere up there, and my website, thefinnfm.com, where you can find my blog saves and other stuff I write about according to Football Manager 2017. And also a little cheeky puff is that I'm also on Patreon, and you can go check out my Patreon page somewhere around there. And if you want to support me on Patreon, please do so. That will help me a lot while doing this content. But yeah, until next time, guys, I'll catch you on the season preview.